You want to truly fulfill your purpose, then live out of the box. Why do I say that? It's because when we constrain ourselves to society's norms, when we follow the masses, when we listen to mass hysteria, we are not living to our fullest potential. We are simply followers. We're not leaders. You see, we have within us a GPS system, a guiding system that tells us exactly where to go. But all too often we don't spend time listening to that system. And how can we access that? It's very simple. Quiet your mind. Some people would meditate, and that's a great way to listen to that inner voice that's telling you where to go, what to do. It gives you direction. It gives you clarity. When we listen to that inner voice, it will tell us and guide us as to what to do, where to access our strengths, and what direction to take, instead of listening to all that chatter that's out there. Why live out of the box? Because when you do, you're not constrained to wrong misconceptions, to erroneous preconceived ideas. For example, joining diverse communities, global communities that have members that have different ideologies, different philosophies, different ways of thinking and solving problems. That is so helpful to us because it opens up our minds to new ways of seeing the world. And more importantly, by joining international groups that are from all over the world, from all walks of life, it brings down barriers of judgment and racism and polarization. Helps us to stop profiling people. And when we do that, we live much happier, much better lives and more fulfilling lives. We realize that there's very little that differentiates everyone around the world. I know for a fact through my travels, and I've traveled quite extensively. I've traveled to over 50 countries around the world and spent time with volunteers working with different cultures and populations. And there's one common factor. Everybody wants the following. Everyone wants to feel like they matter. In other words, have a purpose. They want to have roofs over their heads. They want to have food on the table, and they want to live in secure communities. Not feel threatened, not feel like their kids are in jeopardy. And so these are the common values that people have. And that means that it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, what your language is, what your, religion is. The basic core values that all humans have are what binds us together. Another way to live out of the box, if you will, is in terms of your lifestyle, your health and lifestyle. One of the things I have done over the last few years is to pull away from pharmaceuticals, and instead I turned to holistic methods of healing. In fact, that's the way that the world used to, take care of themselves and their health, is by turning to plants and herbs for cures. We have forgotten that because in the early 1900s, especially in America, pharmaceutical companies took over and brainwashed us into thinking that the only way to be healthy is to take meds. And the health of Americans, as compared to societies and cultures that use traditional methods of healing like plants and herbs, our health is far worse. And those societies have more longevity, life longevity. So these are just some ways that we can start thinking and living out of the box to be happier, to be healthier, to feel more fulfilled.